Hey guys, it's your boy Hashibi. We're back again, and I got a new video that I've been cooking. I've been saying I'm gonna make this video, but I just haven't had the time to. But now I have. But today, we're in this video, we're going to go over how strong is the legendary Super Saiyan himself. How strong is Broly? So in this video, this will be an in-depth analysis and power scaling video, going in depth on the strength of Broly and all of that, and going over Broly's feats, where would he scale in the verse, his attack potency, his speed, really an in-depth analysis on how strong is Broly. We'll be going over, obviously, Dragon Ball Super Broly, and then events of superhero. So, yeah, let's get into it. So, as you guys know, God Goku, I've said this I don't know how many times, but I'll say this for 100 times. So God Goku and Beerus are able to produce a 5D feat because the Universe 7 macrocosm is a lot bigger than is led to be on, and is a lot bigger than you think. You know, the map of the macrocosm, has multiple realms and universes that are infinite, in size, distance, and space, and a lot bigger, and then it also has dimensions in it that are higher dimension and stuff like that. And it has some higher scaling, which makes it a 5D construct. And like I said here, the Dragon Ball Z universe is infinite in size and distance, and this would make sense for Beerus and God Goku, the 5D feat. Then merge Zamasu. Like I said, that the Universe 7 macrocosm is a 5D structure and construct. And so merge Zamasu, my bad, not merge Zamasu, Infinite Zamasu was able to go beyond that. So this would mean that Infinite Zamasu is a 6D being, because he transcends all of Universe 7 and its macrocosm. And then what's also impressive is that in episode 111, we see Hit and Jiren. And Hit and Jiren, I've talked about this numerous times, but Hit and Jiren are able to fight in the World of Void, which is like a higher dimension, and the World of Void will scale higher than Universe 7 macrocosm, and would scale higher than Infinite Zamasu. And Hit and Jiren's feat is actually, in my opinion, a 7D feat because the World of Void, like I said, is higher dimension, so you can scale this from 7D to 12D depending on one's interpretation of how high you scale the World of Void. And then what's also interesting is now we can go to a little bit of Broly scaling. It was important that I went over that stuff before I go into Broly scaling. But obviously when the Broly movie was coming out, Herms 98, the great Herms 98, translated this promotional material that talks about how Broly is able to exercise power greater than a god of destruction. This is very good scaling for Broly, as in this means that Broly is stronger than a god of destruction, which would make sense as what some things are hinted at in the movie. And then what's also important is that, now I've talked about this numerous times as well, but so Gogeta and Broly are having this higher tier battle, because what's important is that in this interview that we have with the Dragon Ball Super, before I get into that, I just want to go over this real quick too, is that so Gogeta and Broly are able to crash through several dimensions. Now, why this is important, that they're crashing through several dimensions, is because these dimensions are actually a lot higher dimension there than it is led to believe. So what's interesting is, so the Dragon Ball Super writer and the people that worked on the movie talk about how they hired a guy to make CGI images, and they go in depth and talk about super dimensional images. So this would mean they are there to create dimensions that are higher dimensional. So what this means is that this would mean that Gogeta and Broly are having a much higher battle than it is led to believe, because they have to hire this CGI guy, CG guy production to let us as the audience actually see what's going on with Gogeta and Broly's fight. And then let's get into some other stuff. As in, like I also talked about how that other world, higher dimension. Like I said, because the universe has a macrocosm. Like I said, it's 5D. This is showing proof that there are some dimensions in universe 7 that are higher dimension, and that is consistent with the scaling. And then also that Broly and Gogeta's feet would be 9D to 10D in my opinion, going by how the universe have a macrocosm, and Broly and Gogeta scaling above Jiren, Hit, Infinite Zamasu, all of that. I think their feet is a 9D to 10D feet in them. This right here talks about how the heavenly realm, like I said, is a dimensionality, or not dimensionality, but dimensionality of transcendence, heaven that cannot be perceived from the human realm. So this is talking about, and many people have seen this scan, but this is talking about how that the heavenly realm is actually a much higher dimension. This boosts the scaling for the Dragon Ball Z, the Dragon Ball Z characters, like I've gone in depth and talked about in numerous videos. And then, so now we're going to get into superhero territory now. We're going to get into superhero territory. So, in the Dragon Ball Superhero movie, Dragon Ball Superhero takes place after Moro. Well, obviously it takes place after Broly, Moro, and Granola. Because the Dragon Ball Super manga is about to adapt the superhero. So it means it takes place after Moro and Granola, which I expected. So what's interesting is, so in this movie, Gamma 1 and 2, I believe, are stated to be on par with Goku and Vegeta, whether you believe that or not. I kind of am like, I don't believe that too much. But so Orange Piccolo is stated to be on par with Goku and Vegeta, which I do think is right. And Akira Toriyama talks about how Cell Max, if he was completed, he would be a force to be reckoned with that even Broly could not defeat. So this means that the Cell Max that we see in the movie fight, Gohan Beast, Orange Piccolo, that Cell Max is not stronger than the Broly that we see in this movie, in my opinion. Akira Toriyama was talking about if Cell Max had the ability to use his mind, and he wasn't just some uncontrollable monster. He was able to control his ki and stuff like that. So this is, again, good scaling for Broly, because Piccolo says in the movie, if you've seen it, that Goku and Vegeta could not have beaten Cell Max. So this is good scaling for Broly, because this would imply that Broly is stronger than Goku and Vegeta, which is consistent in the movie, because Goku and Vegeta kind of are like, we can't really mess with Broly. Goku's scared of Broly, and I think this is good scaling. And then for the promotional material for the movie, it talks about how Broly is like the strongest man. I think this is the promotional material emphasizing that, it's talking about how Broly is, the strongest person. And then more promotional material talks about how Goku clashes with his strongest opponent. Now, since Dragon Ball Superhero takes place after numerous arcs, this would mean that everybody that has Goku has fought. This would mean that Broly is stronger than Jiren, clearly. Now, it was contentious in the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie if, Broly was stronger than Jiren. Because, some stuff came out that, Broly in that movie was his strongest, Broly's the strongest, villain in that movie. And that would mean he was scaled above, Jiren back in the day. But, again, let's get back to Superhero. So, like I said, Goku clashes with his strongest opponent. So basically, based on it, everybody Goku has fought, this would mean that Broly is stronger than Moro, and Granola, and Gas. Black Frieza, I'm not so much of a believer in that. I don't. That's more of a in question. Whereas in the movie, it talks about how Goku kind of says Broly's not ready for Frieza per se. So I think this statement right here applies, and this promotional material applies to everybody except Black Frieza, in my opinion, and obviously Gohan Beast, because Goku has not followed seeing Gohan Beast. And then there's too much promotional material. This is Gohan Beast is the strongest of them all. But yeah, this is good scaling for Broly. And then this right here talks about how Broly is stated to have the highest potential battle power out of So this is not saying Broly's like the strongest person. Like here, obviously Gohan Beast is stronger than Broly because Akira Toriyama was comparing Cell Max and Broly, and then Gohan Beast went and slapped Cell Max. So this is just saying that when we're talking about potential battle power, Broly has the highest potential out of Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan. And we all know Gohan's insane potential, so this is really good potential battle power scaling for Broly, and this is really good scaling for Broly's potential. I've talked about this in other videos. Like, I didn't want to allude to this because I would eventually make this video about Broly, but yeah. And then let's go over some speed very quickly. Some speed feats that Broly scales to. So Goku, and I've talked about this numerous times as well, but Goku was able to move with no time or timelines when Zeno destroyed like the Universe 7 timeline like completely. So this would be an inaccessible speed feat. This does happen in the manga, and Broly would scale above this. And then in the anime, Broly would scale above Infant Zamasu, who was transcending and going through different timelines, going back in time and all of that. So this would mean this right here would mean this would be an immeasurable speed feat for Infant Zamasu because he was going through different timelines and stuff like that. So this would be an immeasurable speed feat for Infant Zamasu, and Broly would scale above this. So yeah. So now that I've laid out the scaling for Broly, now I'm going to tell you where I think. First, I'm going to tell you where I think Broly scales in attack potency and speed. So I think in attack potency, Broly should be in those. He should be hyperversal. Now, though in the video I've only the only thing I've talked about is like 9D and 10D like stuff, but Broly should be hyperversal because he would scale above Goku and Vegeta, and like I said, Orange Piccolo and numerous characters like that. So Broly should be hyperversal and attack potency because he scales above Goku and Vegeta. And then for speed, Broly should have immeasurable speed because he scales above Infinite Zamasu. And then in terms of where I would put Broly, as in how strong he is in the verse, I would say I think Broly is probably the third strongest person in Universe 7. The only two people I clearly think he's stronger than Piccolo, Goku, and Vegeta. The only two people I think are stronger than Broly is Gohan Beast, because there's just too much material saying Gohan is the strongest of them all. I think there's just too much promotional material for Gohan and too much material and statements from Akira Toriyama saying Gohan. He's implying Gohan is stronger than Broly, at least right now. And then I would say Black Frieza should be stronger than Broly, going by Goku's statement in the videos. We kind of have to, train Broly to properly use his power, because Goku's very weary if Broly can beat Black Frieza. So, yep. So I hope you guys liked the video. Let me know your thoughts down below on where you scale Broly in the verse, and then where do you have Broly in attack potency and speed. But hope you guys liked the video. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is your boy Hot Chad B, and we're out. Peace.